Hi, welcome to Lessons with Cameron. In this video, we're taking a look at a couple of prototypes from Oz Guitarworks. It's got this kind of interesting retro-futuristic look to it. The smooth aluminum body, it's got curves pretty much everywhere. It's very small. It's about a third the size, and it's about half the normal weight of a guitar. I think it comes in a little over like 3 or 4 pounds. It's pretty darn light. The pickups are connected into these modules that can be dropped in and out of the guitar through the back. You can get a lot more out of your guitar for one guitar with these pickup modules, and you could pull these out and swap them out all day long, and it takes a little less than a minute to switch pickups out. You just kind of throw your guitar in the bag, you throw any extra pickup modules you want in the bag if you want to be able to swap out for different stuff. There's no soldering or really any tooling required. You just kind of pull it out and put them in. It's really nice to just plug in and go. You also don't have to restring because they come out the back. The bolt-on neck pocket fits aftermarket Fender Strats, so 4 different full-scale lengths are available. This one here happens to be set up like a Les Paul. So we've got the 2 Seymour Duncans functioning very much so like a Paul. We've got a Gibson scale length neck. Back here, we've got the standard output, and then above that, we've also got the piezo output. These guys in the saddles here, also piezo. Plays and sounds just as promised. It's pretty cool. So let's take a look at what it sounds like. This is the clean channel. Now I'm gonna go ahead and check out what that neck sounds like. That's actually a lot fuller than I expected it to be honest. It doesn't sound nearly as small as it is. It doesn't feel any smaller than a regular sized guitar. So the pickups mount directly to the body through the pickup module, which is made of wood in the back of the guitar. And so there is a certain amount of wood helping to generate that sound that you would want. Get some wood shaking. So this is gonna be the distortion with the neck pickup. Overall, I'm pretty impressed. It definitely has a very Les Paul-like sound. I'd be hard-pressed to pick it out as anything but. Alright, so now we are back with the Fender scale length and the single coil setup. This guy here, this Fender scale length, has Zex coil, single coil pickups, and a roasted maple neck with an Indian rosewood fretboard. It's actually really nice looking. It's a real nice chunk of wood with real nice grain. And we've also got stainless steel frets with a 10 to 16 compound radius, much like the Les Paul. And this would compare much more to a Strat style guitar. First thing I should probably do then is go ahead and make the jump to clean and start there, because that's where you hear a Strat. So we're going to start at the neck pickup and work our way forward, much like one would want to do with a Strat. Now we're going to take a look at the second setting, that's these two. So here is the middle setting. See, it's brightening up and it's really starting to sound like that middle setting on a Fender. Here's that second to the end setting. So these first two, bridge and middle. So then we're going to go to the final setting. The final section here is going to be the bridge setting, and from here we're going to bring the gain in and then go the other direction. That's pretty cool, actually. It's very Fender-like, very, very Fender-like. I have to say, the great part about this is you don't actually have to have both these guitars to have both these guitars. You can just have one module with the single coils, one module with the humbuckers, and switch them out as you need. If you want to switch necks, you could do that. I think at that point, now you're starting to turn enough screws that it would be worth it to get an extra chassis, but man, it's certainly a whole lot of flexibility, and both guitars are very comparable to both a Strat or Les Paul, and take up less, the two of them together take up less space in the trunk than one Les Paul or even one Strat. I'm gonna dirty it up. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and start moving through the pickups. We're going to move to the second setting and see how that sounds. To the middle. Now we're going to move on to the neck and middle pickup. to the neck finally. This is a very Strat-like guitar, and I'm really kind of pleased with it. It's a great play and sound on guitar. At the end of the day, I kind of approve. I think it's well built. So this has been Lessons with Cameron. Thanks for tuning in. These are the TAU-6 prototypes from Oz Guitarworks. I definitely would say keep an eye out for these things. They are really interesting. Maybe get your hands on one and play around with it. For those of you that really like the odd and unique guitars, which I am one of those guys. I mean, you know. So check them out. They sound pretty cool and they play pretty cool, and I'll tell you what, for the less than you're going to pay for a Strat, or less than you would pay for a Gibson, you're going to wind up with a Strat or a Gibson sound and playability, scale length, and all the things that go along with it. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Lessons with Cameron. See you next time.